These narcissists, they'll turn one another against each other, you see, and they'll do it very secretly, to make it feel like the other person's going crazy, but just as well you know the other person and know that person's not like that. So just be mindful that a narcissist uses these mind games and these tactics to go against you. They'll wait till nobody's around, and when they're in your presence they'll make you look like you're crazy, and if there's two people involved they'll go to the other person and they'll manipulate that person to make that person feel like they've done something wrong when that person didn't do anything wrong. It was actually the narcissist playing both sides but trying to be secretive about it. They'll take things away from you to make you feel like you're crazy and manipulate you to think that you were the part of the problem of why something went missing, and knowing that nothing went missing because you know your own psychic abilities and you know that you had the object in your hand. They'll twist it to the other person to make it look like, oh, they were playing with that object all the time, but that object was never in sight. Narcissists are run by a parasitic energy, and most of the times, they're not even a real person. So they're run by an artificial intelligent consciousness. So they'll use psychological games against you, like they'll use sounds against you, and they'll always trying to get into your head with the sounds that they do, and they'll ring bells, or they'll shake their jingly jangies all the time, and it's a psychological thing that they want to try and manipulate you with to make you feel like you have to walk on eggshells around them. They'll try and make you feel like you're something you're not, like you're dirty, or you're not good enough to be in their presence, or they don't really need your help, but they make it look like they do need you around, just to hold on to you, to control you, to manipulate you to a certain extent. It is very steep psychological warfare that they try to put you through. It is their own wounding though, so you have to see pattern recognition within it, because it is their own wounding. It's their own psychological wounding, what they went through in their life and with their partners. And when it comes to you, then because you've also went through this, you are able to decipher what's yours and what's theirs, and then you're able to escape quickly. They'll treat you very badly, but then they'll say, oh, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that, and they'll use gifts against you. So just know that's part of their psychological game, is to butter you up the wrong way. And they'll probably accuse you of buttering them up as well, but that's how you know, because you start to see through their manipulative tactics. And that's what pulls back the curtain. They'll try to divide you in secret, saying one thing to one person and another thing to another, and one thing to you. So that's what they do. They try to manipulate and divide, but they'll do it secretively, so when the people aren't around you. So they'll go to one person in one room and they'll psychologically manipulate you with that person. Then they'll go to another person in another room and do something in that room, because they know that they're playing a game at this stage. So just be very mindful that you're actually deciphering their pattern recognition, because their patterns are easy to recognize. Also recognize a narcissist will use your children, your kids, the fruit of your loins against you. So you need to be very mindful, because I've seen it firsthand that people use your kids against you, and they'll go and they'll give them sweets even though they're not allowed sweets in your company, but they'll go and butter them up with sugar, and that's the parasite that runs through them as well. And they'll tell them to keep quiet, and they'll tell them to not say nothing to mummy and daddy. But you get to hear the child's point of view when the child comes and tells you this is what happened. Always trust your children when they're telling you things like this as well. These narcissists, you gotta understand that this is the age of Aquarius, and no matter what's done in the dark, it will come to the light in any circumstance or any situation. So always remain in your heart, knowing that the truth will always come out at the end. So it's important that you stay steadfast within your own heart, and not get caught up in somebody else's chaos. Divine love, everyone.